Hey everyone, welcome to another review room tutorial. Last time we talked about the competition designer, and today we're going to be talking about setting up forms. So likely you've included some tasks in here, such as the tell us about yourself task, which is a form task, right? Because it says fill out a form on the right side. So when you go to the next stage, which is set up forms, something interesting is going to happen. The review room, by default, will find out which tasks required forms or were fill out a form tasks, and will create forms for those particular tasks. So in the application round, you're going to see, well, you had two applicant groups. One was local applicants, the other one was global applicants. And for each of those, there was a task, it was a form task, and so it created a form task by that name. Now, if we go to the pending review round, right, there were two tasks that judges needed to complete, and they were ranking tasks. And ranking tasks are inevitably forms, and so review room was smart enough to create forms for those tasks. So now the forms are here, but they're shells because we haven't really populated it with any information. So we need to actually customize and build these forms. So in order to do that, all you have to do is just click on the form name, and that will take you inside the form. So now that we're in the form editor, let me take a moment to describe what you're about to see. So this is one of the internet's most powerful form builders. And the reason we say that is because we've actually deployed this as a separate product as well. You've probably heard of it. It's become very popular in the survey industry. It's called Fluid Surveys and can be accessed at fluidsurveys.com. Some of the largest organizations in the world, and even some of the smallest organizations in the world, from small to large, many organizations have been switching to Fluid Surveys, not just because it has all the advanced functionality that you would need in order to build any sort of survey or form, but mainly because it is super easy to use. And so this product is actually embedded within Review Room, and this is the form builder portion. And it works quite simply. All you have to do is click and drag a question from the left and drag it onto the right. And as soon as you do that, you're going to see a preview on the right-hand side, and then on the left, you can actually modify this question. So let's say that your question was something as simple as, have you applied for this award before? And then what we can do is we can go back to the questions tab, and here let's throw in a different question type, this time a multiple choice. Click and drag again onto the right, and as soon as you do, then you can modify that question, and this time we can say, when was the last time that you applied? And then for the choices, I can say, let's say last year, and then 2 years ago, and let's add another choice, and let's call it 3 years ago, and maybe another one, more than 3 years ago. And we can even throw in an other please specify choice by clicking that button over there, and then that gets added over there. So let's throw in a question and a text response, and this time we'll put it in the middle, and we can say something like, tell us a bit about what you do, right? And so that's not enough room for someone to tell us a bit about what they do. So if we go to the display section, we can actually make this a multi-line, and then we can do something like increase it a bit more. So let's provide them 15 rows, and for the columns, let's give them 80 columns to type into. So that's a bit bigger, but I really wanted this question to be the third question. So what I can actually do is click and drag it lower, and let's click and drag it over here, and just drop it. And basically, as you can see, it's really simple to switch around the place for any of these questions. And as a matter of fact, this is one of the reasons why we call the product Fluid Surveys, because it is that simple. Now we have 3 questions on this page. Let's go to the subtitle here. I'm going to click on that. It says, this is my survey. I'm going to customize that. I'll just say 2012 TED Prize application form, so that people know that this is the right place that they're at. So now you can save this, and then scroll to the top. There's also a save button there, just in case you didn't know, and you can click on the preview button. If you click on the preview button, that's going to give you a page that's going to show you what it looks like. And so this is what we built just very quickly. Now let me just close this tab, and we get back here. Now there's a lot more to talk about with the form builder, and we'll talk about that in the next tutorial. Thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next one.